All right, guys. Well, we are over here in Paris, and today is the day. As you can see, the truck is already hooked up to the camper, but we're going to give you a walk around. Mike and Lissa and the kids have been cleaning it out. They are moved out. They have been evicted.
Evicted, come on.
Evicted. Get out my camper.
We've spent pretty much since Christmas. The day after Christmas, we started bringing everything out and loading stuff up, and about 3 solid days of cleaning, but we're about where we're gonna be.
All right, we're gonna start on the inside, then we'll show you the outside. It's a little bit quieter on the inside. We'll talk about some of the specs and what's happening with it. We got lights.
So what I want to do is I want to walk through with you guys, and of course with Uncle David, and I want to show you exactly what's all wrong with the camper, what needs to be touched up, so that you don't get surprised and you run across something.
That's right.
And while we first walked in and turned on the lights, let's look at the control panel. The control panel is missing 3 screws. It does go right back on in 3 screws, but I was and that screws back down. But I was messing with the stuff in the back because I was trying to adjust the porch. I got a little short in that switch right there. Yeah. So there's a short in that switch.
Speaking of that, we'll go ahead and talk about it now before we go out there. The little porch light and canopy thing is destroyed from the wind here in Arkansas, which I already knew about that because it happened on Come Home Mountain.
It happened on 4th of July Freedom Weekend, actually.
Yes, it did.
Let's go ahead and we'll turn all the lights on, and welcome to the kitchen. Now, the kitchen, we have a couple of things to address here. First and foremost, obviously, this stuff got wet, and once it got a little bit wet, water rolled up under here, and it just eats it up. Okay. It is solid. It's just, it needs to be adjusted. Sink is still in good condition, but you can see, all the way around, it needs to be cocked back up. This is like a little extra thing. It needs to be, it's not broken, it just needs to be screwed back up.
I've noticed in here, guys, there's a lot of hinges and stuff like that needs to be kind of addressed. They've been living in this for 3 years with kids.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 with kids. So a lot of stuff's going to need to be maintained. It's very hard to do when you live in it. But that's the type of stuff that I'm going to be doing before my daughter gets here. I'm going to kind of do a little once over. I'm not putting a lot of money into it at this time, but I'm going to fix little odds and end things like put new screws in the hinges, fix the control boards. Yeah. You'll see further that there's other cabinets and stuff that needs that type of stuff addressed as well. I'm going to do that before they move into it because she also has kids as well. So I'm sure some more stuff's going to get broke before it's all said and done anyways.
Indeed. Step right up to the stove and oven. I think the light bulb just needs to be replaced up here, but the range does work.
The exhaust works.
The exhaust works. The microwave, it's on, but it's not microwaving nothing. It doesn't work. So yeah. You'll need a new microwave. Like I said, the stove and the oven work. It worked nicely. And well, I say it doesn't work. It works. It doesn't work very well, but it works like it's supposed to work.
Yeah. It works like an RV.
All the couple of the drawers need to be addressed, but all that, I mean, they are still there. They do still work. None of them are broken, but a couple things need to be addressed. No real damage under here or anything. Everything still looks good up under there. Big thing here is why we actually bought a new refrigerator and we used our cooler for so long. The control board up here for the refrigerator went down, so there's no power on that. That's going to be up to you what you want to do there.
Yeah.
Well, hello, son. Did you bring it? You brought the air pump and stuff out for us too? All right, thank you. Moving along. Okay. I guess we can go here.
The slide out, yeah.
As far as the slide out, there's a couple of things wrong with the slide out. All the paneling is probably going to need to be replaced, but I think you're going to be replacing that anyway. Yeah. But the floors in the corner, I don't think there's any leaks from the actual roof, but spills, things like that coming from the shower, rolling down, it might need to be adjusted down in the floor down here. Windows. We got a broken glass piece right here. Screen is still intact, but this window will need to be replaced. No screen, no window here, so this one will also have to be replaced. other than that,
which also might be where some of the weather came in.
Right,
well.
right, absolutely. Let's see. Moving along.
Little storage.
Missing this drawer actually got broken not even 3 months in. Jacob broke down.
I'm actually thinking about taking this door off, leaving the top storage and leaving that kind of like an open display.
Right.
What's happening? That's
a pretty good idea. Bathroom. We just got done cleaning out the pooper.
The pooper. The pooper. Got some little faux towel up under there. Little faux towel.
Shower obviously is gonna need some love. The door right here, this door is a piece of crap. This thing has never worked.
That's probably gonna come out and the shower curtain's gonna go.
That's what we did. We never use this. We just put a shower curtain up. This has been the death of me for about a year. That is not a line, that is a split. And the reason this split is because we take showers, then we turn it off. And the water pressure just builds up here, and it started splitting there, and over time it just busted.
But that's an easy fix. That's just a new little RV shower head.
Yeah, and so you'll need to get that replaced. It's a little loose right here, but it works. Everything in here works. This guy up here still works. It works nicely. I didn't take these down. This is where we hang our towels, so I just left them up there.
Yep.
Lights work. We got a GFI right here. Other than that, bathroom's looking good.
And I've actually took a shower in this shower one time.
Yeah.
On Come On Mountain.
All right.
The bunk room.
The bunk room.
Today was the first day that I've actually been in here.
So each of the bunks have their very own light. Top bunks have lights right above them. Bottom bunks. Yeah, and it has a plug back here. These obviously they're just super thin mats, and they're not worth a darn.
But if you double them up.
Yeah. So Serenity has actually been sleeping in here by herself for the better part of a year or so, and she was sleeping on 3 of them.
Yeah.
But let's see. I'm trying to think in here. The only thing in here, the trim came down, so that needs to be adjusted. Oh, right here. This is your emergency window. It doesn't latch back down, so this window doesn't actually shut. It doesn't latch back down, so we'll need to do something. See, like over here where this latches?
Well, it just looks like you need a new tab.
Yeah.
So it can get longer.
Yeah.
Which we could actually modify that and do one somehow.
Now look at this. Now this is something, almost every single one of these blinds, it had these little screw-ins, and they screwed down, and it just went up and down. But almost every single one of these blinds are messed up.
Oh, I'm sure. That's just cheaper stuff. That's all cosmetic stuff, guys. Eventually, once my daughter moves out of here, I'm going to be gutting this whole thing and actually reconfiguring it to fit my needs. More than likely, this back bunk room will probably end up being the kitchen.
Ooh, hey, that's a cool idea.
And then opening all of this up for office, living room type situation.
I stepped in this, and then I tracked it up. It was all nice and clean. Now it's dirty.
Living in this thing for 3.5 years, this thing was messy.
It was.
And they've done a lot in the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah. One more thing in here. Under the stove, or under the fridge, here's our furnace. The furnace does work, but for whatever reason, there's got to be a short in a wire or something, because while it's under here, it does not work. I can pull it out, set it on the floor, and it works. So, but it's got to be an easy fix. Something, I don't know.
Me and Mike, once I get it set up and all of that and get the necessity stuff like water and sewage and all of that stuff situated, we're going to actually spend a day kind of going through the heat situation and see if we can get the furnace working.
Master bedroom. It's got it takes a full size. You can put a queen size mattress here. That's what we had. Queen takes up a little bit more room, and when you have the queen size and you're laying down, it really takes up a lot of space and you have no shelf. So I would recommend full size right here.
I've actually got a full size in the cabin, and I plan on changing it to a queen, which I've already got the queen. So I'll just be moving the full size in here and taking the queen to the cabin for Leva.
One of my favorite things about this setup, which is not much because you're so compacted, not on one, but on both sides of the head up here, you have 2 USB outlets and a plug-in on each side of the head up there. So that's really nice. All the cabinets are still work. None of those are broken. No damage on any of that. Obviously, with us being in here in the master, this kind of got taken better care of than the rest of the house, except for the doors. The doors are, I mean, they got a track that it rolls back up.
I think they're actually going to be replaced and it'll be a curtain system.
Cool.
I just don't see much point in it.
The last thing that needs to be addressed in here is actually what I'm sitting on right now is the bed. This bed, I don't know, it lifts up and it has a set of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Little hydraulic.
The little hydraulic thing.
Yeah. Little pumps.
It comes right up. Lots of storage under here, but I mean it's thin. It broke right off, and it just needs to be replaced. It does work. It just needs to be replaced.
Yeah, we can build that back better. Build back better.
I was just thinking that. But yeah, that's the camper.
Yeah, I like it.
33-foot long, tip to tip, but 28-foot living space.
Yeah.
And man, and with everything out of here, it looks so much bigger than.
Cool thing is, guys, I've actually got some furniture out of HQ that I took out of the cabin. I actually have a full-size bed up into the loft area as well. I forgot all about, which actually is a very comfortable mattress. I might end up putting in there. But I still have like clickety-clack, they call them, like couch that folds down into a bed as well. Yeah. So I'll probably end up putting that in here. I also got a recliner just in case my daughter wants that as well for seating. But that'll at least give her somewhere to sit and kind of the kids to sit and play and all of that stuff before we get started. Eventually, guys, like I said, I'll be gutting this. I do plan on kind of sheathing it all out with cedar and stuff off the mountain eventually. But there's no point in doing that, nor do I have time to do that before my kid and grandkids get here. But I think this will be a good solution for them for about a year while we're building her place, getting it to where she can move there. I'm excited about it. Let's check out the outside. All right, now we are on the outside. If I pass the car wash on the way home, I'm going to stop and pressure wash it. I've already pressure washed the boat today. But as he was saying, it is a 33-foot Passport by Keystone. It is a 3-season probably.
Yeah, it's claimed to be the extended camping season. Extended season camping.
Yeah, which is about a 3-season.
28.2 QB is what it is.
Yep.
Let's check out the storage. Front storage is all the way through. It's pretty nice.
All the way.
All the way across right there.
You can also put kids there when they don't act right.
That's right.
Just kidding. All right, guys, right here's your vent for the said heater.
Yep.
You also have some plugs right here. If you had the old school satellites and stuff, which nobody really uses anymore, you can kind of hook up to there. This right here is your flush out for your black water tank. The poo-poo. We got more storage.
More storage in the back here.
Which wraps around to the back one I'll show you here in a minute.
Around, yep.
Like we said, this right here, the canopy off the front of it will end up having to be replaced if they don't sell an actual individual bar for this side, because I believe the other side's good.
It is.
I believe it's this side that's
only
messed
this
up.
side is messed up, yeah.
You got a ladder, still sturdy.
Good ladder, yeah, ain't nothing squeaking on it. Up top is good to go.
This is the,
whoops, sorry.
This is where I showed you it wrapped around to the back side.
And all the way around to the other side as well.
Looks like it's got a good spare tire. Yeah, all the way here. This would be a good place to keep all of your hoses and RV stuff. Got the plug. It's 30 amp, correct?
Yep, it is a 30 amp plug right here. We went ahead and hooked this up so we could clean the toilet and stuff like that, and clean the shower one at a time.
It does have a tank right there, which we still need to.
Yep, we are able to dump everything into the dump tank right here when we dump, and then we're able to take it to the park and dump it out there.
Plus, we got all kinds of little connectors and stuff that we're to gather up. We do need to put some air in the tires because it's been setting for a little while. Here is your extension.
Sorry. My bad.
Right here is where the window is missing. And also the other window missing.
Water heater.
Yep.
And then the final storage right here. What's really cool on this side, it actually has a solar charge controller right here and an inverter right here that already built into it. It just needs a new battery.
And a little outdoor shower.
And it does have an outdoor shower.
Yeah, and right here is where your city connection goes and your freshwater connection as well. Yep. Plus, more than likely, that is for what, retracting and extending the,
that's
the thing outside?
Yeah, these are our outriggers right there. It's got a little light on there you can turn on to.
Yeah. Another thing that is actually broken is the jack itself up front. The button broke on it.
Yeah, that broke when we moved here.
Yep, so we're going to have to get a new button for that. We opted just to kind of pull it off. We're going to strap it down to get it moved. And then I will put it back in place and order a new button for it. But all in all, pretty good. I think it's what, a 2021?
2021, yeah.
2021.
45,000 with the MSRP on it.
MSRP. Right here is your cargo should not exceed 685 kilograms or 1,500 pounds.
Unloaded, it's pretty light unloaded. Only 6,100.
Yep.
With the water and everything in it, not bad. Right at 10,000 pounds, fully loaded.
Yep. You definitely don't want to have a lot of weight on the inside when you're traveling, but luckily we're only traveling about an hour today. Well,
it's kind of bittersweet, actually.
Yeah, it's bitter sweet for me. All right, guys, we made it to HQ with the camper. I've been out here kind of messing with it and trying to get it set up, and I have found a couple more things that are messed up on it. For one, these stabilizer jacks right here are kind of bent and rusty. Front ones ain't as bad as the back ones, but the back ones are in pretty bad shape. Whew. This back one right here is completely bent. It's supposed to look like that. It's bent pretty bad right there. So, and also that channel that's running all the way across right there is also twisted and bent pretty bad. All right, as y'all seen on the video of me moving it over here, the slide did not slide in correctly, and I believe I figured out why. This bracket right here is bent pretty bad and it's starting to pull out, so I'm gonna have to deal with that at some point as well. I've also seen that the rubber seal here, it's got a couple of cracks up top. Some of the hinges on these doors right here, some of the hinges on these type of doors right here around are loose as well, which will need to be tightened up some. And I also figured out that right here, this ground effect piece is missing all the way across there. So I'm gonna have to see if I can order that piece right there and remount it. Another thing that I've noticed is this rubber right here seal is kind of messed up and split as well. And right up top you can kind of see it kind of peeled up as well. It looks like it just kind of slid. Looks like it just kind of slid up, so I'm going to try to pull it back down. We can try that now. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, but you can see you can kind of see that it is split up there. So I'm gonna need to get that replaced as well. It looks like it's doing the same thing up there, as you can see. I haven't got on the roof yet. I do plan on sealing the roof here in the very near future. with some of that RV seal up top. Also, the fender are loose as well. None of the problems, except for some of the ones y'all seen on the inside, seem to be very big problems. It's just a lot of minor stuff that's just gonna have to be fixed before I hit the road with this thing. Sitting in one place, a lot of it's gonna be okay, but before I start traveling down the interstate with this thing, once my daughter moves out of here, it's definitely some things that I'm going to have to address. So I guess the real question is do I feel like I got ripped off on this deal? And was it worse than I was expecting and all of that? I don't feel like I got ripped off. Some of the damage is a little bit worse than I was expecting. But to be honest with you, I was expecting quite a bit with the fact that they lived in there with 5 people and 2 big dogs for 3 years. I knew I was going to get some damage that I was going to have to deal with as well. And I knew I was going to have to kind of re-caulk the roof and kind of all of that. I'm not really concerned with a lot of the damage that's on the inside, guys. A lot of it is just screws missing, hinges kind of needing to be tightened up, odds and ends stuff, wear and tear. But I plan on gutting this whole camper when my daughter moves out and reconfiguring the whole thing, even some of the plumbing up underneath, rerouting the kitchen, making the bathroom a little bit bigger and changing the whole layout, pulling the bunk room completely out. So a lot of changes is going to happen, and also redoing all of the walls anyways and adding more insulation, making it more of a 4-season type camper. So I really wasn't concerned with the damage on the inside per se. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this camper is because it is a 2021 chassis. It does not have a lot of road miles on it. It hasn't been traveled very much. The longest trip that it's ever taken was from Florida to here. They only moved it like one other time down there to the property that they was on. And since it's been here, it's only been moved from Come On Mountain to Paris. So about an hour. So there's not a lot of miles on the actual chassis of this camper or the axles or anything like that. And with me wanting to use it later on for traveling, that was a big draw for me, that not a lot of miles are actually on the frame and the chassis of this camper. A lot of the cosmetic stuff, like I said, I plan on changing anyways. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So did I get ripped off? No. I think it was a fair price, a fair deal for both. I'm happy with it. It also serves an immediate need for me right now with my daughter coming. So, and it also allowed them to be able to get an influx of cash to get into their tiny house. So I think it was a win-win for both parties involved. And I'm extremely happy with it. And I think once I fix all the minor stuff and the cosmetic stuff on the inside and get some new seals and all of that, I think it's going to be a really, really nice camper to travel around in and be comfortable when I'm on the road. So, my opinion, I did not get ripped off. I think it was a good deal for everybody. So, I think it was a great deal for everybody. I think it's a win-win. I was able to help them out. They was able to help me out. And it's going to give my daughter and grandbabies a place to live for the next minimum of a year. More than likely it's going to be longer than that, guys. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen before my daughter can move out of it. So, but it's going to at least be a minimum of a year. I'm thinking maybe even 2. So I think it's a great space for her and the grandbabies, and will allow them to be comfortable, safe, and out of the elements, and don't have to rush their project to get it done and take shortcuts. So win-win in my opinion. I think it worked out great. And like I said, being that it's a 2021 chassis, not a lot of miles on that thing. Well, I think that's going to be about it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It is in place, and now it is time to get it level and get it ready and fix a lot of these little things before my daughter moves in and gets here. But I love every single one of y'all. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. And until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.